chances that I missed. Some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist. I wondered what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today. Times gone by, I've traded like dirt into clay. I thought my memories would end. One street over's now 1,000 miles away. When I close my eyes, I'm back to where I've been. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today.
Hello, hello. Good morning. This is 1100 WSGI. I'm Utah LaVern, and yes, this is one street over. What's happening, y'all? One street over from where you living, and we're living right because we get to live and work in Robertson County. I always love to quote our illustrious mayor, County Mayor Billy Vogel. That's what he likes to say. Adele Watts is in the house. Oh my goodness, we've been working on this for how long now? I mean, it's been a minute. Adele is the president of the Robertson County Chamber of Commerce. Finally got you in here. Jordan and I, when I first started doing this, Jordan and I had kind of a routine going, and she would come in once a month. And then her schedule got wonky, mine did, and we connected some. But that last year, I kept thinking, I gotta get Jordan in here before she retired from United Way to go run the business with her husband.
Right.
And they're doing great. But nonetheless, I kept thinking, I got to get Jordan in here one more time. The next thing I knew, then you had taken over and we were trying to get our schedules together. But here's what we've done, guys. We're locking in the fourth Thursday, 7 to 7:30 with our Robertson County chamber. And I think it's perfect because that's, we also have a White House chamber that comes in. Andy, they come in on Tuesday. We have the reoccurring visit from United Way. And I like to compare you guys because United Way is the bridge builder to the nonprofits and the chamber, the bridge builder to the businesses. And so we've got to stay in contact so we know what's going on in our wonderful city.
Yeah.
So how long have you been with the chamber?
A little over a year.
Okay. But now, were you there before? But weren't you, I mean, you've been the president of the chamber for a year, but weren't you there before that?
Well, I have been an ambassador for the chamber for years.
Okay.
And then I was on the board.
Okay, that's what I was connected.
So I have been
I knew
connected.
You had the association somehow.
Right.
So, but you were, you came in and took the helm after Jordan went to run the business with the hubby.
Yes.
And so what do you think? Are you having fun?
I love it. Before I came to Robertson County Chamber, I was at the Goodlettsville Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
And that was trial by fire. I didn't really know what I was doing.
Oh, how funny.
So it was really neat. So stepping into Robertson County in Springfield, where I'm born and raised, I'm home again, and it feels so good.
Oh, I love it. And it's fun. It's one of those things, we a lot of the times figure things out trial by fire. All the years that I did traffic, I got to be honest with you, the week, they called me on a weekend, and this is back, I was like so young, and I was still in college, and they're like, hey, because I'd been DJing, they're like, could you do traffic? Absolutely. I had no clue. I had no clue. And I spent the weekend trying to figure out how I was going to do it. And then they pegged that nickname on me, and then
It stuck
and
forever.
then it stuck forever, and that's what I became. And so that's what I tell my kids at school, absolutely dream big, have the things that you're planning to do, but always be open to what the good Lord's going to just drop in your lap, and you go, okay, yeah, I can do this. I'll figure it out. But you just jump in. How did you get involved with the chamber in Goodlettsville originally? How did that start?
Well,
I'm always interested in people's journeys on their careers because it helps me when I'm talking to my kiddos at school.
It's interesting because, and I tell students, you do what you love. You don't know where it's ever going to take you. So my major in college was journalism.
Okay. Mainly
because I'm terrible at math. And so I went to my counselor and I said, what can I major in that has the least amount of math? And how do you feel about writing in journalism and advertising and public relations? I'm like, sign me up. I don't know what that is.
Funny.
But okay.
So funny. I love that.
So I was at Northcrest for years doing the Northcrest Foundation. Loved it. TriStar came in. Our nonprofit status went away. So I needed to reinvent myself.
Right.
And I ended up at the Springfield Willow Mills.
Okay.
And we were setting that up, doing all of the marketing, business plan for event space. That money ran out. And so I found myself going, what am I going to be when I grow up? And it's really, it's scared to be an adult and go, what am I going to do next?
Yeah.
But you keep your mind open and you put out your feelers. And I was in a program called Leadership Middle Tennessee. At that time, they knew what was going on. They said, you know what? There's an opening at the Goodlettsville Chamber of Commerce. You happen to live in Goodlettsville. This is a perfect. And so that group helped me open those doors to get in that work.
Isn't that neat? That's just so, you were like, I don't know what are we going to talk about, LaVern? I was like, we got all kinds of things to talk about because your story is so familiar because it's kind of the same thing with me. I did the traffic for 28 years. I've always been in broadcasting to some degree, did some television and different things like that. But when those things ended and I was working in ministry, I went to work in ministry for about 7 years up at the church where I'm a member up at Madison Church of Christ. But it just kind of felt like it wasn't where I was supposed to be as much as you want to think, I want to do this for a living. We're all ministers, but nonetheless, it wasn't supposed to be my job. And again, this just kind of fell in my lap, the whole teaching thing. And it just, and like you said, when you're older and you're like, I'm not ready to just hang up and retire, but what can I do? And so my husband and I joke, we retired into teaching. So it's just a wonderful, it's been beautiful. We've had just the best time and we're just loving it. But it is different. So I always love to hear those opportunities. That's why I keep telling everybody, don't ever sit down. If you're still out there and you're still, just do the best you can, take an opportunity. It may not be the thing. You might be like, I don't really want to do this, but then you do it and you meet somebody, it opens a door to something, and it may be something you really enjoy, but it still doesn't feel like it.
Right.
It's for me, that was the thing. I really loved doing the ministry work, but I was like, I'm supposed to be doing something else. And then the teaching thing came up and I was like, oh, wow. Okay. And I still get to do radio too. So it's just like, come on, Lord's so good. He's so good.
And it's, and as a segue into chamber work, it's all about that networking and all about getting out of your comfort zone and talking to people that you don't really know well and just putting yourself out there and being you.
Yeah. Yeah. And you are perfect for the job because you're bubbly and fun and you're you don't know a stranger. So, and it works great. So tell us, with all that said, that's Adele, y'all. And you're back here you're living up here now?
Yep. Moved back here from Goodlettsville. So happy to be home.
I know you are. Where did you go to school?
Springfield High School.
Oh my goodness. You're a yellow jacket.
I am a yellow jacket.
Yeah. Very good. Did you know Muriel Barnett? I think she's older than you, but but she didn't graduate from there. But anyway, I'm trying to. Where did you graduate from, Muriel? She'll tell me, but I don't know. Did Coopertown have a high school back years ago before they went. I guess she went to Springfield. So I'm not really
They
sure.
did, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm not really sure how the whole county system worked and who went where and all the things. She needs to. She's probably told me, and she's like, "I've told you this 10 times, LaVern." But nonetheless, I digress. What's going on at the chamber right now that you need to tell us about? What, as far as your schedule of events, what's the thing that we've got coming up that we want to talk about this month?
Well, I'm going to start with March the 4th,
Okay.
which is coming up quickly.
Oh yeah, like next week.
Yes. We have a ribbon cutting for the Cult Tavern.
Okay.
And this is a reschedule. We had it originally during the winter storm.
Oh, fun.
And that hill right there is a little dangerous. It's behind
gotcha.
Southern Threads at the base of that hill. So we're doing that at 11:30.
Okay.
So we're going to cut the ribbon, and we want everybody to stick around and have some great wood-fired pizza.
Okay.
That's-
So that's the wood-fired pizza place I've been hearing
Yes.
about. Oh, I've heard. I've had several people. Hey, did you know we got a wood-fired pizza? Because that's my thing. If I had to have a favorite food, wood-fired pizza. That is it. And so I had some friends tell me, they're like, "We got a wood-fired pizza place, LaVern," but I hadn't heard where it is. Okay, so it's about.
So, and I'll tell you something interesting. They'll probably tell you this when you go, but it has a brand new storefront because this wood oven they had to buy is huge.
Yeah.
It wouldn't fit in there.
Oh, I'm sure.
So they had to do the timing to get this oven
Yeah.
in and then replace the front of the building. So
Okay.
kinda neat.
Well, that's interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's one of those things. I always like, I want a pizza oven in my house. Yeah, you can't. You can't do that. That's extremely expensive and all the things. I mean, you can maybe put, we have one of those big green egg things that you can kind of do
yeah.
a wood fire thing out there on the deck. But yeah, I'm excited about a wood fired pizza place. That's going to be fun. And so the ribbon cutting is next week.
Yep.
And so do they have plenty of seating in there? Is it a pretty big
It's
place?
a smaller venue.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I was kind of thinking it would have to be pretty small up and then, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's quaint and cozy
It
and
is.
all the
It's
things.
got a really cool feel.
I bet it does. I got to check that out.
Yeah.
So, and then you had a huge ribbon cutting. I mean, all kinds of like ones that were home-based businesses and
Right.
stuff. Y'all did that a couple of weeks ago, right?
We did. We do a ribbon cutting extravaganza right before Valentine's Day every year.
Gotcha.
We do two of those a year.
Okay.
So this was the first one. And so for those businesses that work on the road, out of their kitchen table,
Yeah.
they just don't have a brick and mortar.
Right.
And they are just as important.
You better believe it. Yeah.
And so we want to show them the love and celebrate them and
Mm-hmm.
all of the wonderful things they do in our community.
I love that. So that was an event, and I heard a lot about that. And I mean, there was a bunch of them. I love hearing that. I love hearing these people going and going for their dreams and doing those things.
Yes.
And that is really cool. But now, as far as fundraisers and all of that, kind of give us a recap of what y'all did last year and what you've got coming up as far as the big fundraisers. Because
So we have-
that's always a big thing.
It is. We
Yeah.
have 3 big fundraisers every year.
Right.
Our first one is Spirits of the South,
Okay.
which will be on June the 20th at Meyerwood, a wonderful event venue. And it really celebrates everything that's special about Robertson County.
Okay.
We have good Southern cooking. We have bourbon tastings. We have some wine tastings. We have some wonderful entertainment. And it's just a very low-key thing to get out and have a wonderful evening. That's in June. In September, we have something that's called Pull for the Chamber.
Oh yeah, that's the one that I want to do so bad.
It's fun. It's
Yeah.
it's a golf tournament, but with shotguns.
Yes.
So,
I got to do one of those when I was working at the Blaze down in Texas. It was a fundraiser for the Mercury One that we did for the nonprofit that Glenn runs, and man, I was pretty good. I was like,
You
I'm
need to
good at
come
this, man.
out.
I was a pretty good shot with that shotgun, and I was stunned. I was like, oh, that's fun. But if you've never shot the pigeons and stuff, it is a blast. Where are y'all doing that?
It's at the gun farm.
At the gun farm.
They host
Okay.
that, and they're big marksmen as well. And
Okay.
it's a great day. We
Well,
have
that
2
just sounds like
flights,
a blast.
one in the morning, one in the afternoon. There's
Yeah.
20 teams in each of them, and
That is fun. It is a blast. It is. I had so much fun at that event, and you raised a lot of money. It's a good event. And then there's the third big fundraiser.
There's the third big one, which is the Sugar Plum
Oh
Ball.
my goodness.
And it is not all about sugar plum and fairies, and it's just a neat name.
Prom for grown-ups.
The prom for grown-ups.
That's what we've always called it, but I haven't gotten to it since y'all revived it, but I will. And I've just been, because when did they start it back up? Because it went away for a while.
It did, and it went away for about 20 years.
Yeah, because I was going to say, when we first got here, we went, and I loved it. And then they stopped doing it. And then when I heard they were bringing it back, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. And I just haven't been. But so when did they start it back up?
This will be the 5th year.
Is this the
since
fifth one? Really? Time is just flying, man. I just cannot believe that. Which you were telling me, Jordan's been, had stepped down a year ago. I can't hardly believe that it's been a year.
Yeah.
So it's so fast. I can't believe. So you just had the 5th one.
Yes. Well, no, we just had the 4th one.
You just had
So
the 4th
this
one.
year will be the 5th.
Okay, this one coming up will be the 5th one. How did it sells out? Did it?
It does.
Yeah, it sells
Yeah.
out. So how did it go this past year?
It was great.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was wonderful. We have it at the center,
Uh-huh.
and it's
Transform it.
we transform it, and that's part of the fun. Having people walk in and go, I can't believe that this is a gym. And so it's always lots of decorating and a lot of DIY because we are on a budget.
Yeah.
And so we try to get really, really creative and use a lot of volunteers. And that's part of the fun of it. We get together at the chamber weeks before and we make things. And it's another way to network and get to know people. And
Yeah. But it is. It's prom for grown-ups. So when will tickets go on sale for this thing?
It will go on sale July the 1st.
Because I was going to say, you better put that on your calendar if you want to go to Sugar Plum Ball because they will sell out. And I mean, how did it sell out pretty quickly this year, or do you know?
We rolled it out later than it should have been last year, so we got a late start, and so we ran into, which is leading up to. There's a big date change this year on the Sugar Plum Ball.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
When will it be?
It will be November the 14th.
Oh, really?
It's always been in December.
Yeah. Okay.
And December's crazy.
It is insane. That's kind of the reason why I haven't gotten there is I think it's ended up being whenever we ended up having our family Christmas because I'm a
That's
boy
an issue.
mama and we have to have Christmas not on Christmas Day. And so we have it early usually. And so I think that's been either that or and we've also got 3 birthdays in December.
Yep.
Plus Christmas, and it's just been on days I'm like, okay, we got family stuff. And so that's the reason why we haven't attended. So that's just the week after our anniversary.
Ooh.
So now that works for
Wonderful.
us, maybe. So November
good.
14th. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That'll be fun.
And this year we're going to kind of do an upscale disco theme.
Oh, fun.
Disco ball. Lots of disco balls. We're not going to theme it. You don't have to dress up in 70s or anything like that, but it's going to be fun and exciting, and we got some surprises in store.
Is the band going to, play the I Will Survive and all those kinds of songs?
I think we'll have to throw that in.
The disco
Absolutely.
stuff. Yeah. I have a fixation with the song I Will Survive. It's so funny because whenever I was a kid and it was the disco era, we were down in Disney, and my parents took us down there, and I can't remember the exact year, but I remember one of the performers in the gazebo, and she was very disco-esque, and she sang I Will Survive. And so, and I sing, and so I had to learn that song. That is the only disco song in my repertoire, I promise you. That is it. And the only reason I learned it was because of seeing her sing it down there, and I was like, that's a cool song. And so every time I think disco, I think of that. That's just a childhood memory that comes back, and I just kind of laugh at myself because, I will always know that song because when you get things in your head and you're like, you'll never forget them. But,
and it's that song is like an icon. It could be a mantra. I will survive. So.
Yes, exactly. It's one that just goes with everything. But that will be fun. That will be fun. So I was more of a rocker back then, so that's why it just is so funny to me that I even know that song. But it's an era that was fun and it was silly.
Yep.
You know, but it was a good time. And but anyway, that'll be great. So November 14th, tickets on sale in July. 1st of July, you said.
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be a big deal.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be talking more about it. So just all the things that are going on with the chamber. How do people get to be a member of the chamber? Tell me about the benefits of being a member of the chamber. Why don't you do that?
I'm so glad you asked.
Thank you so much, Adele.
It's easy to join. You can join 3 ways. You can come in, and we will give you a little application. You can fill it out there. You can go on our website, robertsonchamber.org, and there's a little green button that says Join Now. You can do all of that online. Just submit. You can even pay when you do that. Or you can call us, and we will just ask you a bunch of questions. We'll walk it through. Really, no matter how you join, we will follow up with you to make sure you filled out everything. Make sure your socials are connected, your website's in correctly, all of your employees are in there and contacts.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll get a personal touch anyway that you join, and your benefits. So I'm going to share 2 things that people don't realize. You know, a lot of people say, I don't have time to join the chamber. I don't have time to go to all those cool, fun events. Or they say, I'm an introvert and I don't like getting out and talking to people. But when you join the chamber, you go into our chamber directory, which people seek all the time, thousands of hits for whatever they're looking for. A new church. I need a plumber. I need somebody to do some design work, to build a house. You name it. We have 600 members, and you can either search them by name or you can search them by category. But here's the thing that people don't know. When you join a chamber, any chamber, not just ours, and you go through Google or Bing and you look for those things, an HVAC person near me, it will automatically boost them up the food chain because they're listed in a chamber, and it powers, it gives them a little more jolt.
It's a vetting because that's they're in the chamber, and so that means that they've got some skin in the game. They're serious. It's not just I'm going to throw this up and
Right. It's a reputable company, and they are seeking help to grow their business. So it's a natural boost.
And you also have a special deal for teachers, and I need to renew mine because I was a member and I let it lapse. I've got to get on there and renew it.
We have an educator spot, and it's $25 a year.
Exactly. I mean, you can't.
And so for educators, basically what that gets you is chamber pricing to any special events. We have a women in business group that meets every other month, which is always a fun thing, and we have different education learning. We've got from idea to business coming up. So if somebody has a business idea and they don't know where to start, we've got a panel from the city, from the county. We have a banker.
Oh, that's fun.
We have an attorney. We have small town startup, and of course the chamber. And just to cover all the bases, here's what you need to think about.
And so when do you have the date on that?
That's March the 10th.
So that's coming up.
It's coming up quickly.
Okay. Is that going to be a lunch event?
It's a lunch and learn. It's at Springfield Baptist Church.
Okay.
Tickets are $20.
Okay.
And
that's
that includes
a great idea, though.
Lunch from Dos Bros.
Oh, fun. Oh, love that. Love that. That'll be a great event. Well, there's just something all the time at the chamber. And you can also get the newsletter. You don't have to be a member of the chamber to sign up for the newsletter. How can people get that?
They can just call us, email us, and say, I need the newsletter. It comes out every Wednesday morning at 5:30 a.m. And we list everything that's going on in the community that's going on with our chamber members. It's,
I've often said this when I've talked about the chamber. And when we go into any city and trying to find out anything, we always look up the chamber. Because that's the one who can point you, like you said, to all the different things that you need. When I was still, working full time with Nashville radio, we had so much going on with the chamber. If something came up, we called the chamber and said, "Hey, what do you know about this?" When we were trying to vet things, it is such a no-brainer being involved with the chamber. And if you're a business, absolutely. We ran a roofing company for 20 years. We were members. Absolutely. You had to be. I mean, you just, why would you not? You know? And so I'm just so thrilled that we've gotten you in here to
Me
come
too.
and start talking and doing all the things. I tell you, one of my favorite things, and I've been able to do it a few times. I don't get to go to all of them because of family events, but Experience Robertson County.
Oh yeah,
So that will be coming up. It's the first weekend in
September. Mm-hmm.
So is it the first or the second weekend?
It's the second.
Second weekend.
Second
Yeah,
weekend, I
I
believe.
misspoke
Yeah.
because it has fallen on 9/11 before, so that would be the second weekend. But that is one of those things. I mean, I'm assuming y'all start planning that the minute you finish the first one.
We are asking stops as we speak
Okay.
right now, and we've got some. If everybody says yes, it's going to be a great year.
Oh, that'd be fun. So you've already reached out to the ones you want,
Yes,
your dream spots.
we have the list of. Let's think about this. Maybe they're
Right.
not ready, and then there's new things that open up all the time, and and then you have your dream list. Like last year, the dream list was Glen Raven, and it's the first time they've ever opened up that. I mean, it's a personal residence.
Yeah.
And so that was a huge thing.
Mhm.
So we've got some big ideas this year.
I love it. That'll be fun. That will be fun. And I remember Jordan saying that right after they did the first one, Bill Jones went. And if you know Bill Jones, he knows everybody, knows all the history. And he went up to Jordan and said, I didn't know what I didn't know.
Wow.
If
you can teach Bill Jones something
That's just it.
that means a lot.
But I think that's a mantra for Experience Robertson County. You didn't know what you didn't know until you know it. And then you learn something. I've every time I've gone, I've learned something about. I was like, I didn't even realize we had this. It's kind of like the brick fired pizza that we can get now. So I mean, all the things that you want to be a part of and that you want to know about, and it's just very cool. So anything else that we've got coming up? I'm assuming Brian Pulley's coming in here or not. We'll just be telling stories here.
I can keep talking. I can talk.
We can just keep talking. But there he is. I knew he was coming in here. We got the bridge builder to the businesses, and we have the bridge builder to the nonprofits getting on deck, ready to come in. But anything else before we wrap up our time? We do have a couple of minutes here that we haven't covered.
Let's see. I want to talk about your passion, workforce and education.
Okay.
And I'm sure you're aware of this, but we have a job shadowing day coming up, March 31st.
Right.
Right now, we have about 90 juniors and seniors who have put their hand up and said, I want to do this day. And they're putting their resumes together. They are getting their permission slips from their parents, and it's a half-day job shadowing, and we're sending those students out into Robertson County for whatever they want to do, what they think they want to do.
Right.
They have their top 3 choices, and they range from I want to be a chef to I want to go into finance. I want to go into criminal justice. I want to be an educator. I want to be a banker. And we pair them up with somebody that does that. And they either will put them to work or have them shadow all day long. So we are in the midst of that. And we just love that. It's the Carol Sletto job shadowing.
Well, and that's another thing that had some rescheduling because of the snow and ice. Because it was originally scheduled for during the snow and ice, or
it was supposed to go on February 28th. I think is the original date.
Yeah, and so they had to move it around because of the snow and ice. So because all the paperwork that was associated with it got pushed back and all that. So that's why they moved it. So very good. That'll be a great, and the kids love it. They love it. And this is so important too, because I know of a young woman who wanted to study medicine, but then she got into the clinical part of it. The smells got her. And had she done a job shadowing, she wasted some time in her education.
Wow.
Because she thought this is what she was going to do. And then as she got more into it, she's like, I can't do this. And so a job shadowing opportunity might have opened her eyes to that. And I've had others. I think Ace's daughter, if I'm not mistaken, went on a job shadow and really kind of, I may have this wrong, but it seems like Ace told me that her daughter went on a job shadowing and got her mind changed about what she wanted to do, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to ask her about that. If you see her, ask her.
Okay.
But there was something, she was telling me, because we were talking about what she was wanting to do, and it ended up being something that it had not been on her radar. I think
Right.
is what it was. And I'm not sure it didn't come as a result of a job shadow.
Mm-hmm.
But ask Ace about that, because I love those little stories that kind of
Yeah.
overlap. But
And it's neat to show these students
Yeah.
that they can stay right here in Robertson County and
Yeah.
do whatever their passion is.
oh yeah, there's so many opportunities,
Absolutely.
So good. Anything else before we wrap it up? I know Brian's going to be ready to come on in
I
here.
can talk all day long, but let's see. No, I think I'm good. Everything's out a little bit.
Okay.
We'll come back in next month and
It'll be
we'll share
wonderful.
more. And one day we need to do a fun thing about is this real or not real, about calls that come into the chamber.
Oh, let's do that.
Yeah.
Because people call you and go, I heard that da 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 da, and you're like, no,
Yeah.
no. It's kind of like what you have to do on social media now. It's like, is that AI or is that
Right.
real? I was looking at something this morning. I'm like, you think we're stupid? Something that was just completely AI generated. And I'm like,
Yes.
somebody will fall for that. But you have to, is it real or is it not?
Is it real or
I
is it
love
not?
it. That's
Yeah,
a
it'll
great
be fun.
idea. Well, we'll see you next. And you've got Good Morning Robinson County that happens on the 3rd.
Thursday of the
Thursday.
month.
So that's why we're meeting on the 4th. So
Yeah.
that way. Wonderful. So good to see you.
You too.
Thank you,
Thank you so
coming
much,
in.
LaVern.
Thank you, Adele.
Have a
and
wonderful
I'll let
day.
you swap out you two.
All right.
And I'll let you make the switch as Brian makes his way in. And we're going to talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty. Of course, our friends in real estate, whether you're buying, selling, or whether you want to be a realtor, what is it you want to do? They would love to help you and mentor you to help you, into the career of your dreams. If that is something you think you're suited for, my friends that do real estate and do it well, it has been very, very beneficial. It has been something that has benefited them. It's helped them financially. For some, it's been an extra job. I've been thrilled to see my friends that have done real estate either on the side or they've taken it on, and to see the careers that they've been able to develop. So if you're suited for it, I mean, it's a good path. But Barry will tell you not everybody is, because he's going to be super straight with you about the realities of it and what the expectations are, because you're working for yourself and you've got to be motivated to do that and you've got to be disciplined to do that. And so Barry's going to be super straight with you if you want to be a realtor, but he and Rebecca would love to mentor you. They have Exit Prime Realty. They were with the Garden Gate team for so many years, but I'll go ahead and turn Brian always likes to chime in. But
Good morning.
Good morning. But they will be so straight with you about it being one of those things that can really bless you big if you want to be a part of it. Now, they were with the Garden Gate team originally. They started Exit Prime Realty. I think they're coming up on their 3rd year. But it's just a new branch in the Exit tree. The Exit company, they cross every T, dot every I. They're going to have everything you need to be successful as a realtor. You can check them out at sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, robertsoncounty.com. They are Robertson Countyans. They live up in Cross Plains, have for 30 years, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky. And they have an open house coming up Sunday in Kentucky, in Franklin, Kentucky. A great home that you're going to want to go see. That is at 257 North Fairway Road in Franklin. And of course, because Barry did all the videography and the photography and all the things, you can visit that home without having to step into it, but you're going to want to step into it at that open house on Sunday if you're interested in maybe living across the state line. They're going to be open from 1 to 4 on March 1st. But Barry says, just Google us, Barry Richards, Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty. And you can go to sellwithbecky.com, sellwithbecky.com, or buy, robertsoncounty.com. Or you can call Rebecca, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425, or 7424, and let them know U-Turn sent you. Hello.
Good morning.
Pulley, how are you doing?
I'm great. Beautiful morning.
Yes.
Nice and foggy and rainy.
Well, we're getting sun at some point today.
Oh, we are.
It's
Okay,
like
good.
If you look at if you follow that little app, if it's right,
I
it's
do.
got like a half sun, so
Okay.
it's starting to come back, and then the next couple of days are sunny.
It's going to be nice. Yeah, it's going to be
I'm
nice.
so
little
excited.
preview of spring.
Yes, it's
Yes.
going to be so nice. Of course, then I saw a snowflake on Monday.
Oh,
but,
sure. Yeah.
But a little bit of spitting, kind of like we had the other morning.
Yeah, it
It
was.
got cold enough, and we had
Right.
a little,
Everybody
I
had
don't-
flashbacks from
Yeah.
Fern.
I
Yes. It's like,
don't think we're going to get any more
think we're
big
done.
stuff. I think we're done. I think we're sliding on into spring, y'all.
I say that.
Yeah,
And we'll get one in March.
It could happen.
I got caught out in one of them one time. I was not expecting it
Yeah.
a few years ago, and it was a little frightening. Yeah, I couldn't see. It's the first one I've ever driven, and I literally couldn't see.
Yeah, we've been
Yeah.
in quite a few of those because we go up
Yeah,
north so
sure.
much. And I mean, we've been Mackinac Bridge and it about to close driving
Mm-hmm.
across them. because it's wild up there. I
Yeah.
mean, you just want to. It's crazy when you see snow like that.
One of the reasons I don't live up there.
Oh, we don't either.
I know. I'm saying
we don't either.
Keep me down here. Y'all keep that up there, and let me keep down here.
Live up there either.
Yeah, I'm not built for it.
We love our family up there so much, and we love visiting. I've actually got my snow pictures on my social media still. I've still got my little picture of us standing out in the snow. I'm going to have to change that soon.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be getting sunny.
It'll be spring.
Yeah.
I'm
So
ready.
we're ready for it. So what's going on in your world?
We've got a few good things going on.
Okay.
One, I want to say we had our first, it was a reschedule because of weather, volunteer cleanup day this past Saturday.
Oh, okay.
And we had, I think about 12 volunteers show up and come out and just we're cleaning brush. Ace has got someone that was skilled with a chainsaw that's like cutting all this stuff so we can get this stuff to the road, because the city and county, depending on where you're at, are picking up if you'll get it to the road. I learned a few things. One, it couldn't be any bigger than 6 feet, the branches, and so that's why we had the chainsaw, so could cut it down. It's just so that they can get the stuff in their trailers and trucks and stuff. And so he was awesome. Came out, and the volunteer group was awesome. We had the mayor, Springfield mayor, with us. Buzzy was out there, right shoulder to shoulder, cleaning up stuff, and just spent a few hours helping our neighbors. People were super appreciative. Had some older folks that just, don't have the physical ability to do it, or don't have the equipment to do that. And didn't take a whole lot of time. We were able to, I think, get about 4 or 5 houses done that day, and so just thankful for everybody that came out. It was a pretty day until late. It started, that kind of cold stuff started coming in that we got, so you could feel it switch. But we picked up like an extra house while we were out there. Like, we were next door, and we were looking over at this other guy's house, and it's like, well, his house is worse than the one that we're doing. And so Ace went over and knocked on the door. And it was an older man that lived there, and he said, "Yeah, of course, yeah, please do it." And so it took us 30 extra minutes to go over and knock his house out and clean up all. He had big limbs down in the back and brush everywhere, and get his stuff cleaned up. And he was super appreciative. It was just like probably thinking, what a blessing for him to, just he's probably looked out there thinking, how am I going to get this stuff out of my yard and get it away from my house? So anyway, good day.
That's awesome.
But we didn't get to everybody, so Ace is doing another one on Sunday from 1 to 4. I will put the link. You can volunteer. I know she's needing volunteers for it. I think the weather's going to be decent, like 60 on Sunday.
Nice.
So get out and help. If you can only do it like an hour, that's fine. We had a couple people that weren't there the whole time. Just come out. I think these will be mostly in Springfield. On Saturday, we were out in Greenbrier, which I was like, I don't know, are we helping people out here in Greenbrier? I guess we are. So I'm joking, Greenbrier folks.
It's because he's Springfield.
Yeah, I'm a Springfield boy through and through.
Yeah.
But no, I think that most of these will be close around here. So if you can come out, I'll put the link in the comment section when we get done. Please sign up. It's fun. They'll have plenty of waters and safety, and hands-on organizes all this with Ace. So it's very, we've got gloves, we've got glasses. It's a very safe, and you're really just pulling branches to the street. It's not out, and if you can't do that, you can come out and just pick up big sticks out of people's yards, and you're just getting it cleared out. Some of it was in their driveway, and it just one guy said it was hanging over his fence, and he's like, I just don't have the equipment to cut this down, and you needed people kind of with some oomph that could get it off there. And he lived on a big hill too, so it's a really good volunteer experience. Easy, you're helping your neighbors. I promise you, people, you're gonna feel good at the end of it, because you see how happy they are that they're getting this stuff out. And so we're just still in the process of cleaning this thing up, man. It was a nasty mess. I don't know if you've driven around, you still see it.
Go through Nashville.
There's stuff everywhere.
Nashville's an absolute. I mean, it's so many areas. That are still just, we drive by them all the time. The trees are still down, and it's going to take a while to get to them.
It will.
And, I mean, we got a few things we got to deal with, and it'll keep. We'll get to it.
But some of these are affecting people's day to day, and we're trying to get to them, or if they're older, you know what I mean. So anyway, if you're interested, I will pop the link in. It's a good opportunity. My guess is we'll probably have another opportunity, because it's taking a while to get to all these, and people are submitting them, and then we'll try to get to all their houses, and it's going on all over our footprint. They're doing them in, I think they had one in Clarksville yesterday, and they're of course doing them in Nashville, and because of all the damage there. So we're just hands-on is kind of spearheading this, and Ace kind of quarterback the one here, but just thankful just thankful to be able to get out and do that.
Cool.
Thankful for the volunteers that want to get out and spend some of their Saturday with us. If you ain't got anything going on Sunday, just for a couple hours after church, 1 to 4, come out. I'll put the link in. Just sign it up. It's super simple. You just have to click a little waiver thing, and then when you get there, we'll get you all set up with what you need.
Cool deal.
Very easy.
Cool deal.
Yep.
Be a part of it and do all that. I was talking to the kiddos just yesterday, all of them that are seniors that are trying to get all their hours in, volunteer hours for the Tennessee Promise. They're scrambling because about 16 of them I know. I told them.
We could use some young legs, I promise you.
I told them, I said, call United Way. They will help you.
We've got opportunities.
They will knock it out because they have to have something like 16 of the hours in. I'm wanting to say by the end of April.
There's 3 easy ones right here.
Right there.
Outside. We need some young legs. I'm going to say by the end of it, dragging all that brush on the tarp up hills and stuff, I start to fade a little bit. I would have loved to have a little 18-year-old out there with some younger legs. So yes, we could definitely use some help.
That's funny. So I'll mention it to the kiddos again today because they were
I'll send you a link. I'll text you the link too.
They're all wondering about getting volunteer hours, and I said just call United Way.
Yeah,
don't call them at the last minute.
We've got stuff right now. It's a good time, and it's not just here; it's throughout our footprint. So if you're needing something a little more extensive, we can do that. But we'll get you covered.
Well, for sure, and these kids are going to be scrambling, and I keep reminding them, don't wait till the last minute. Don't call United Way the week you got to have it done. You know, you got to get out in front of it. But I think it's the end of April they got to have because they have to have 32 hours for their first sign up for Tennessee Promise, and 16 of it's due at the end of April.
Okay, that's great. I think that's a great program.
I do too.
They didn't have that when we were coming up. Obviously, I could have used it too.
I'm way ahead of you, but
I know. Yeah, well, not way ahead. What are you talking about? We're the same neighborhood.
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'm 63.
Yeah, we're in the ballpark.
Okay. Yeah. You got little kids still. My goodness.
I started late.
Yeah. How old are your kids now?
12 and 8.
Good land.
I know. Yeah, my daughter's in 7th grade, and it's just flying by. And then my son just turned 8 in November, so it's beautiful though. Just watching them grow and turn into the little young people that they're supposed to be. So but I wish it would slow down. I wish it would slow down because I'm trying to hold on to it as much as I can, but it's moving fast.
My oldest grandson's going to be double digits in July, and that's like, what? How did that happen?
I know. It just you blink and there it is, but. I've been in every step with them, and done all the stuff, but it just flies by, especially as they get busier and we're in activities now. My son's a basketball player, my daughter's a cheerleader, and we're doing all the stuff, and it's just every night there's a practice or something what we're doing, and it makes it go even quicker because you're just moving. So,
but it's fun.
It is fun. I'm enjoying it.
Times talking with Brian Pulley. He is with our United Way Middle Tennessee, but the fundraiser for all the things here, but he is officed here in Springfield because he's ours.
Yep.
So
born and raised.
And I guess y'all have still got VITA going on.
We do. So we've had 2 dates already on the 13th and 24th, and we've got 2 more coming up, in-person dates at the main. And I've got something for you too. I got yesterday because you're always so good about promoting it for us. I got you a little something. I meant to bring it so you could set it up in here.
Thank you.
I'll give it to you before we leave. So we had 2 dates already. Main Street Church of Christ, 318 North Main Street in Springfield, right across kind of catty corner from the center. The hours on those are Tuesdays from 9 to 1. So we've already had 2. We've got 2 more coming up. We got one on March 3rd and one on March 24th. Again, that's Tuesdays 9 to 1. They request that you book an appointment just so that you can make sure that they get you see. They will take walk-ins as time permits. Now, if you come strolling there at 12:45 and you know what I mean, you don't have an appointment, chances maybe you don't get your taxes done that day. So I would go ahead and make you an appointment. I did it myself. I just put in VITA sites, VITA, in my phone. It pulls up the United Way Greater Nashville VITA site. You just click it. It'll have locations and just scroll down. We're under the pop-up section because it's not a consistent location. You can also do this online with My Free Taxes. If you'd rather do it that way, and make sure myfreetaxes.com. If you have a household income under 89,000 or under, you can just do myfreetaxes.com. There's a virtual site, getyouurefund.org. There's anything you want on there, basically. So just go to that site. If you can do in person, I recommend that just because you'll be able to ask some questions. And every time I go through it with a professional, I learned something about my own taxes and kind of the process and how I should be doing things. And so I recommend that if you can, I know a lot of people work and Tuesdays may be hard, but if you're able, Tuesdays 9 to 1, that'd be a great deal. And there's other sites you'll see. You can scroll through. You don't have to just go to the Springfield site. There's ones throughout our footprint that you can go to, and all those are listed right there with their hours, dates, everything. We have pop-ups, we have consistent ones. They're throughout our area. So if you really like, I'm worried about my taxes, or I hadn't done this in a while, or I think I messed them up last year, or whatever the case may be, and you're having some anxiety about it, I get it. It's like going to the dentist. I think we all share that. It's like, what's going to happen here? It's going to be painless. They're going to help you. I've said this before. Their eyes light up when I got a challenge here. It's not just doing a W-2. They want to work through some issues with you. But go in there and sit down and talk with them. That's what they're there for. They volunteer for this. They want to do this. They're going to be happy to see you, I promise you. And you're going to walk out there with your maximum refund, which is the goal of this, is we want as much dollars to come back into our communities as we can, because that's going to benefit everybody involved. It's going to benefit you personally. It's going to benefit our local businesses. It's going to be, which again, we get tax revenue from that benefits school. There's a domino effect here when we make sure that we're maximizing our refunds.
Well, and we let too much anxiety build up from taxes. I've got to get out of the we've been in the habit for years of doing an extension. And what it ends up is it's like a monkey on your back until you do it. And so I don't know why we do that, but we've kind of gotten into the routine. I've got to talk to my tax preparer and say, next year we're not doing an extension, because ours are simple now. I mean, they're just not that complicated anymore. Yeah. It used to be when we had the business and all that, it was a little more complicated, and you're trying to get everything together, and it just worked better. But now I don't need to be doing an extension.
But
and
if this helps you a little bit, I'm done. This is a record for me. Never happened in the month. It's literally my entire adult life. This is a first. And what happens, I write it on I have a running to-do list that I keep next to my desk. It has like big things and little things, and I scratch them off, then I redo it. Taxes stay on my to-do list literally from about whenever you get your W-2s, late January, early February, through April typically is when I'm like you. I wait till the last minute, and I said, I'm not doing that this year. And I had mine done, because ours got a little more complicated with something we're settling an estate a couple years ago, and it just got above my pay grade. It's been able to do them. And went in, Brown & Brown here, Irvin, I'm in Rotary with him. One of his people helped me, and got it done. It took about an hour and a half sitting down with them. Did the e-sign, I'm finished.
Yeah.
I'm saying, and it was painless. And I was worried about it, because I was like, am I going to have to pay, or how's it going to be, and all that. Done deal. And now I scratched it off my list. I'm finished. So I'm just trying to say that for all of our fellow procrastinators out there. Yeah. Just go ahead and knock it out. It's gonna be what it's gonna be either way. Yeah. So you might as well go ahead and knock it out, and you can do it for free. If it's $84,000 household income to do it for free here. And so with us, with any of our partners throughout the 9-county footprint that we're doing these sites, book your appointment, go in, you'll be in and out of there. I promise you will be in and out of there in probably an hour, and you will be done. You can scratch that off your list and hopefully
get a refund.
Hopefully get a nice refund. Yeah. And if you don't for some reason, this is the good thing. They will walk you through and go, this is why you're not. Like, you need to talk to your HR person, or
more money out.
Yeah, whatever the issue is, that they're going to probably help you moving forward. So so even if you have to pay a little bit, which I hope that's not the case, next year, that might not be the case. We want to try to get as close to even, I think, is the goal. That's what the tax people will tell you. Like, you don't want to keep so much out that you're getting a big refund at the end of the year, because then your money's just being held all year, and you don't want that either. But if you have a problem, they will help you with that too. So, this is why you're not getting enough money withheld. So you need to talk to your HR, and the guy told us to the dollar. Like, you need to tell your person. It was on my wife's end. Like, this is how much you need held out. Yeah. She was getting a little too much held out, and so to knock it down so that it evens out throughout the year.
Oh, very good. Yeah. Because, I mean, like you said, it's the goal is to really not get a refund, because otherwise they're using your money for free.
Right.
And
you'd rather have your money throughout the year, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Exactly. But boy, when you get hit with a big tax bill, if you've not been paying in enough, that's not fun either.
That's not, because it's at one time, and there's things we can do, but they will walk you through all of this, and so it can set you on a financial foundation moving forward. Because, I mean, for a lot of people, this getting a refund on your taxes is a huge portion of your yearly salary. If you're making $30,000 a year and you get $5,000 back on your taxes, that's a significant portion of your salary right there with with the child tax credits and some of the other things. A guy we were working with, he found a couple things I would have never thought about. He was like, well, have you done this? Have you done this? Have you done this? I mean, they're legitimate things but I would have no idea. This is not my world, and this is their world. So the people doing this are the same. They get excited by it. I've been around them. It's a strange, they're a strange breed, man, that they enjoy the taxes. So please go in. They want to do this. They want to help you. And if you have any questions, you can call us 615-780-2401, 615-780-2401. We would be glad to help you. This is one of the best things I think we do at the United Way because it literally impacts people directly in their finances. Ace, I'll bring her in kind of as it wraps up, maybe here in a few weeks, can give you the numbers of the financial impacts in our community from this program. And it's completely free, but the dollars are coming right back in the community, and they're benefiting all of us, starting with you. So you need to get some new tires. You go to the local guy, you get your new tires put on. There's a small business that's getting revenue. You've got new tires on. You know what I mean? And it's on and on and on. So
very good.
Yep.
Very good. If you got to get them taxes done,
get them done.
Get them done. And with all that in mind, when you're doing all this business stuff, UPS store, they have, let's just talk about them for a few minutes. They are your everything store. They're your print store. They're your shipping store. They're your, drop off your Amazon package store. But there's so much more. They're your notary. Do you have something you got to get notarized for your taxes? That used to just hassle me anytime somebody say, I need you to get this notarized. I'd be like, oh, because I could never find anybody. Everybody in there's a notary. And so they've got a sign now in their window that says the notary store. So, I mean, you can go in there. They always have great discounts and coupons going. Your coupons never expire. So if you hung on to that shredding coupon, you can use it to shred your documents. That's what they had going last month. But anything and everything, you can get it. I mean, it's just such a great store. Great, friendly people. If you need a mailbox place for people to drop your stuff off so you don't have to worry about porch pirates, they can help you out. We're getting ready to print a flyer for radio advertising. And so my husband and I have been working on it, and we're going to send it to them to print for us. And so we don't have to hassle with, you do front and back printing. You got to have a special printer that does that. And I don't, mine at home might, but I don't know how to make it. I don't know. I probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so much more when you start, if you have something and it's got a lot of color to it, and you start trying to print that at home, it's so much more economical to send it to a print shop. And that is what UPS can do for you. And you can email it to them at store4297 at the upsstore.com, store4297 at the upsstore.com. Lee Marie does this all the time. She'll send them stuff. She'll call and say, hey, or they'll call her and say, hey, it's ready. And she'll just swing by there and get it. And it's so efficient. Great employees. They are just so helpful. They've even got this new, have you been in there where they've got the little kiosk over to the left now?
I use them all the time. I basically kind of have my own little small business thing running with United Way because where I'm located. Like I need office help, and we have to print out things for our campaigns and all that kind of stuff. And so I'll have
They're right there.
They're right there, and I use them all. And I'm also the unofficial Amazon return man in my house because of where my office is located. So I frequent this place quite a bit, and I'm gonna say I've been in a bunch of these because I have to use them again for my work. We have the absolute best one I've ever been into. They're the most courteous, the most professional, the quickest. They get you in and out. There'll be a big line in there, and it's like going to Chick-fil-A. I don't even worry about it. I was like, because they're going to tear through this in about 5 minutes. So if you've got business needs or personal needs, or if you've got little side hustles you're doing and you've got like some big, they are fantastic to work with, and just super nice folks in there. So
I'm telling you,
really good.
I went in there one day and they weren't busy, but I wanted to learn to use the self-serve kiosk for when they were busy. So I went over there and they walked me through it. And I mean, it's super simple, simple. As long as your package fits in the slot there, I mean, it's a no-brainer. A UPS store, and we do compare them to Chick-fil-A employees. They're that courteous and that kind.
They are exceptional. It's well run.
I love the day I walked in there and they were actually printing a big banner for Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
So I was like, there you go.
Hey, good customer service in 2026 is a rarity, and that place has it. And when I've got to get something, I've taken a mess in there before. It's like, can you help me with this?
Yep.
And they will figure it out and has made it right, because sometimes I'll get requests from some of our campaigns. It's like, can you print some whatever? You know what I mean? And you want it to look right because it's going to go up in these businesses. And so I'll go in there and they'll take care of me.
And they'll design it and then print it. If you need
they're fantastic.
That's the thing. They've helped me with some stuff for church, and Can we say more?
Yeah.
You need to go by the UPS store, not just to drop off your Amazon packages, but for everything else. They are definitely your print store, your shipping store, your mailbox store, you name it. Go by and see them. You're going to love working with them. Your design store and your notary store. 8 to 6:30. They're open Monday through Friday. Saturday they're open 9 to 5, and then on Sunday from 12 to 5. Our UPS store. They are located at 513 Memorial Boulevard, right here in Springfield. When you get by there, be sure and let them know that LaVern and Brian sent you.
Hey, yes.
Big help on that.
Excellent.
Right
No,
Thank you.
I only say it if it's real.
Yeah, me
and
too.
I use them all the time, and they've helped me tremendously, with both personally and professionally, with my stuff. So good to have nice resource for us people that are kind of have to do our own thing sometimes when it comes to the printing.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's one of the things when I do ads on here. It's because I've had people want to do ads. I'm like, I can't do that, and just because it's not something it's maybe something I don't have any experience with, I don't use, or I don't believe in. So I mean, if I'm going to talk about them, it's because I know they're good.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I'm a
to
former
the bank, man.
old school mailboxes, etc. employee right here. I did it seasonally. I had a buddy of mine that owned one. And I would work Christmas time while I was in college.
Yeah.
You know, a big rush at Christmas. So I go work, doing all the shipping, and then those turned into UPS stores.
Really?
UPS stores kind of
Okay.
bought. I don't know how that worked, but anyway, they became UPS stores, and so I've done what they do.
Yeah.
That's not easy,
No.
particularly when they're busy around the holidays and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Or now we didn't have Amazon back then, so they have to deal with that aspect, which we didn't have to deal with.
can even imagine.
But it was constant, especially I was there during the busiest time of the year. But like people come in there kind of frantic sometimes too, and they're trying to get this there yesterday, and and you have to deal with some personalities, I'll say, and they deal with it beautifully. So I appreciate. Anybody's good customer service. I was in customer service for a long time, so I've people that have good customer service. I respect it and appreciate it, because it's not an easy thing to do, to keep your cool and calm when everybody else is kind of like freaking out a little bit, or they're mad and you've done nothing, and it's your job to kind of diffuse it. So they do a great job with that.
That's great.
Yeah.
The UPS store.
There you go.
Tell them we sent you. What else you got for us? We got a couple
I
of
got a little
minutes.
shout out. One of our local partners, Cumberland Electric. They every year, Susie Yonkers, who I work with, who does a lot of their community outreach stuff, and she's just an amazing person to work with. She has a heart for her community. Every time I hear from her, she's trying to help somebody. That's basically what they're trying to do, and that's personally and on the professional side with what she does for her job. But there's personal involvement there as far as what her passion is, and so every year she spearheads a grant that they work with on TVA, and we got that again this year for our local United Way here, and she came by to do a check presentation. I'm gonna try to get it on the socials today, and just super appreciative. And she told me something. She said, as long as we can get this, you got it, because I believe in what you do, and that just means a lot to have a partner like that. All that they do throughout the year, I think they a lot goes on. People don't really understand what they're doing, and so she just wants to be involved in this community. She wants Cumberland Electric to be involved in this community throughout our footprint too, and just having a partner like that, I mean, it gives you a little jet fuel.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? To know that like we're doing the right things in the community. Our partners are working hard in the community. She recognizes all of that and wants to help us with that. So just a big shout out to Cumberland Electric for just the constant support. They've been one of our longtime partners. They're obviously headquartered in Montgomery County, but then they have offices throughout our footprint as well. And so we just love working with them. And again, appreciate everything they did during the storm, because she was telling me, we all know about our linemen. My brother's a lineman. I know that was brutal what they went through, but the support staff that she was talking about and everything they had to do to kind of keep everything moving, just the hours that people work. So just very appreciative of that partnership and what they did. Keep it, like I said, I couldn't do what I was doing, which was staying warm, trying to get money for folks, you know what I mean, in this thing on my internet that I use with you.
Right.
If you ain't out doing what you're doing and your support people weren't doing what they're doing. And so I appreciate everything they did. So, it was just, anyway, just a good partner, and just want to give them a shout out.
We did ads for Cumberland Connect for a long time when they were just building the infrastructure and getting it out there, and can't say enough about my internet didn't glitch at all.
Yeah, well, my wife.
My power didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, my power blinked one time, and that was it.
I got a little flicker that Sunday morning, but
Me too.
my wife and I both, she had a busy week with stuff. They were working on a big project, and she uses it. She needs a lot of bandwidth for what she does, and obviously we're trying to filter information to our partners, which
Right.
we're raising money to try to help the storm victims. You know what I mean? So it's a lot involved there, and it never wavered all week. I was able to do exactly what I need to do, and we were able to keep the money rolling in for everybody.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, so I appreciate Cumberland Electric. Thank y'all for what you do, and just appreciate the partnership.
Outstanding.
Yep.
Well, we're out of time.
Yep, it's good.
You gonna be back next week?
Yes, should be here. Yeah.
Okay, cool deal. Cool deal. And so we'll talk with Brian and whoever, if he brings
Might try to
anybody
bring a
else in here.
guest. Might try to bring a
There you
buddy
go.
with me next week.
Okay. And I hope you'll be here. Tomorrow is Faith Friday. We'll have Shannon Baumgartner in here. So I hope you'll join us. It's always a fun talk when the girls get together and talk about Jesus.
Love it.
We love it. We love
Love
it. And so I hope you'll join us. This is 1100 WSGI. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.